This is just a quick little video. I've just been sitting on my shed roof pruning the tree that I've got at the end, and brilliant news, at the very top there is a tiny little bird's nest that I found. It's completely empty, so hopefully it was used this year. I did take a photo, so I will stick that on as well so you can see it. But a little bit of sad news. In my the nesting box that I've got at the end of the garden, there were, the beginning of the spring this year, there were birds going in, I think they were great tits going in back and forth, building their nests, and I got all excited, but the camera wasn't working, so I could only sort of hear what was going on, and then all of a sudden they disappeared. And I wasn't sure whether they'd not laid eggs or what had happened to them. Anyway, they never came back. So I've just looked in the nesting box, and in the nesting box there is a nest. And let me show it to you here. Here it is. You can see that down the bottom there's loads of little sticks, and then we've got lots of moss here, and then lots of hair on the top. Now inside there is a little hole, and I sort of thought I'll have a look inside there just to see if there are any abandoned eggs or whatever in there. And very sadly there are actually some baby bird skeletons. You can see their beaks and you can see their eyes, and I think there's about 3 in there, but I'm not 100% sure. But I thought I would just show you them because I think they're fascinating. If you don't like seeing skeletons, then turn it off now. Okay, I don't want to freak anybody out, but I'm warning you now. You know, it's a little bit on the sensitive side. So let's have a little closer look at what's inside this nest. Now I'm hoping that you're able to see inside here. I'm using a teaspoon so it gives you some idea of what we're looking at. So if I very gently just pull out this nesting, and hopefully inside excuse me, there you can see one of the skeletons of the bird head. There's its little beak here. Let me see if I can get a stick so I can point it out a little easier. Okay, there's its lower beak, and there's its upper beak, and then in here there's his little nostril, and then here's his eye there. So this round here is his head. There is also another one down here as well. So I think there's another one over here, but I'm not 100% sure. I don't know how many there are in there, but let's see if we can have a bit more of a closer look. Why these guys didn't make it, I don't know. In fact, I think this is one here as well. I don't know how many eggs they laid, but they look quite large. They look like they were sort of about 4 weeks old, maybe even a little bit more, but I don't want to disturb them too much. But if I just open it like there, so there's his head here, and excuse me, his beak here. If we look down here, we can see his breastbone, and his little wings are coming out there. Okay, so I've never seen this before, and I find this quite fascinating. I think there's another one there as well, but maybe something happened to one of the parents or both the parents. Maybe they got scared, but for them to leave their babies is really quite rare. So I just thought I would show you that. Because I think it's fascinating, and I hope you do as well, and I hope I haven't upset anybody by showing you that. Now you're most probably wondering what I'm going to do with that. I could bury it in the garden if I wanted to. But I didn't want any sort of foxes to dig it up. So what I most probably will do with this, and I think will be the safest thing to do, is to pop it in the compost heap, and then it'll all biodegrade and it'll all break down, and then the stuff that's on the compost heap can go back into the garden, and it's the circle of life, as it were. So I hope you've found that interesting in a bizarre sort of way. I do find it quite fascinating. I'm not a gruesome sort of person, but when I've never seen anything like that before, then I do find it very, very interesting. Well, hopefully next time I'll either see you in the kitchen or down the allotment, and it'll be something slightly more light-hearted next time. Bye bye.